Hello, and welcome to Discovering the World of Natural Health. I'm your host, Claiborne Holzman. We at Remedy This Naturally, 1140 Bienvenue Road in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, are there to help you stretch your mind, your heart, your soul, your spirit, and your faith in trusting God to be able to give you the knowledge and information that you will need in order to be made whole. And as we go through today's broadcast is a hodgepodge of different things. My table in front of me is full of items that you could use for stocking stuffers, gifts, and you can come to Remedy This Naturally and get your stuff and get it to help people have a better quality of life. You know, it's great to be able to give a gift of love, but most of all, it's even better to give a gift of health. If you have your health, my mom said, you have everything. You can make everything else be taken care of if you've got the health to be able to do it. So, with that in mind, you know, what is holistic health? What is it all about? Webster's Third International Dictionary defines holistic, okay? Holistic is emphasizing the organic or functional relationship between parts and wholes rather than atomic approach. In relation to health, this means recognizing that all disease process involves the whole person. All of us. What you see, what you don't see. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, even financial. All of that is involved in the process of the whole person. Within the physical dimensions, disease is one system of the body's affects the other system. Think about that. We are so wrapped up right now in the physical protecting the physical, the vaccine protecting the health of the physical, and we've got wrapped up with it and we're leaving out other things that are important. Simply imbalance in one dimension of existence. Imbalance in one system of existence. That could be the physical, that could be the mental, spiritual, or social. It affects other dimensions. Think about it. And also, we are intertwined as people and individuals. We all are part of each other. We're all affected by each other. And we've got to get into harmony and go from there. One reason holistic health is hard to pin down is that it represents an attitude toward health and healing. Now, think about that for a moment. It's hard to pin holistic health down because it represents an attitude. What is your attitude between what your thinking is between the two ears and how you are looking at holistic and you're looking at the attitude toward health and healing? Rather than specific treatments, therapies are things to do. The attitude is one that emphasizes wellness. And I'm letting you think about it. I am letting you think about it. Is that attitude to health and healing rather than a specific treatment. Therapies are things to do. This attitude is one which emphasizes wellness, prevention, responsibility for each of us and our own well-being, and the need to emphasize that we are not just a collection of mechanical parts, but an integral system with the system that you and I have to work with in the holistic is physical, mental, spiritual, and social aspects which function in a holistic way. It's important to understand what is holistic health. You hear a term a lot these days, but few people seem to know what it means. Dr. Norman Shealy, president of the American Holistic Medical Association, says, quote, "Holistic medicine is like God, but you can't quite put your finger on it. It's everywhere and everything." Oh man, this broadcast is so phenomenal in what it's going to share with you and I. It's it's good stuff. This is holism. Living each moment and experience to the hilt with a full mind and awareness. Full mind awareness, spiritual awareness, letting someone be washed and cleansed by the pure stream of thankfulness and appreciation. That was Fran Atkinson. A lot going on with this. And I'm leading you into understanding that what's happening right now, and we are in the process of it. On the 14th day of December, as we get into the wholeness of Christmas, and that is just not what we want to put it into a box. So much more for Christmas. Because what has happened, when you've got a whole people who quote unquote say we're going to be together, and they say God's not important, we don't need God. So if God's not important and God's kicked out, then we are missing that part of holism. We're missing that part of a holistic healing. And not only the healing aspect, but the total makeup of the individual. Yes. And I've got these things to say, where's honey involved? Where's silver involved? Where are the Amish people involved in what they do? Where is it that the supplements and things you can do for gout to go out, get rid of it, and quit hoarding it on the inside and making ourselves uncomfortable, making ourselves not be able to carry through with what we need to be made whole. And I'm going to start right here again, is that this is holism. Living each moment and experience to the hilt. And how do you experience something to the hilt? You got to have a good mind with awareness of what's going on. You got to have spirit awareness. You got to have letting someone be washed and cleansed by the pure stream of thankfulness and appreciation. They open up an avenue within us that is so strong and so powerful. As a man or woman thinketh in their heart, so are they. And if we are in the middle of thinking about gloom, doom, agony, misery, like the old hee-haw, for you that need to go back and don't know what I'm talking about, you go to FDR channel and look up hee-haw, or Google it. Look at some of those things. It's powerful, folks. Here to here, in between, is where we got it and gonna get it. Because every time, just say, for example, I've got some elderberry zinc lozenges. When you take it, put it in the mouth, all of a sudden, even before you put it in the mouth, this thing here has woken up your sights, woken up your smell, woken up your head, to say, my body is saying I want it because it's going to do something for me that is going to help me be holistic. Operating in the total person, that's what it's all about. And again, folks, Christmas. Why did little baby Jesus come into the world to be a big Jesus to sacrifice for you and me? And when we take something, it's an idea, it's a formulation within us, mind, heart, soul, spirit. And Jesus turns into an adult. And what did he say? I make you whole. Which means all facilities of all dimensions together. The physical body is dependent on your emotional facilities. And your mental outlook is the watchtower of what's going on. Now, if that's the case, and there were things that happened to be that are called miracles, I mean, it's kind of like the supernatural. It's not just my thought, your thought, or what I can do or can't do, but the power comes in a different level, comes from the heavenlies, because the power of who is in the heavenlies makes it acceptable so that my mind accepts it, my spirit witnesses it, and my physical fulfills it. A lot going on, folks. A lot going on here at Christmas. And what I want to do is let you know that you can take something, and here I've got the package to tell you. I didn't bring it with me, but this is what you can take and use something called a Castor Oil Pack. And some of you know what castor oil is. Some of you say, yeah, I don't want no more of it because it blew me out. But what's the power? In other words, maybe it was not used properly. Maybe it was not educated properly, that you know how to take and say, castor oil is something that can be healing to my body, physically, mentally, spiritually. It can be total person built up. And I'll read this in. This may be controversial to some of you, but God uses people that will let themselves be used. Castor oil was recommended by Edgar Cayce for treating many ailments that resist traditional therapies. Whoa. Stop right there and let's back up. Castor Oil Pack was used by Edgar Cayce for treating many ailments, not just one thing, okay, that resist traditional therapies. So you may not be getting the results you need for something. You may not be getting the thing you need to be made whole and to heal, but in the ailment you're in. But if you take the castor oil and it has been used and proven that there are things that resist in the realm we're working in, and maybe the pharmaceutical, maybe whatever way you want to go, resist traditional therapies. It can be applied as a balm for skin problems, a soothing tonic for alleviating allergies, and as a castor oil pack known to conventional medicine only as a strong laxative. This extract of castor bean is a safe, gentle, easy to use remedy for virtually any illness when it is used externally. And brings me into something else. Stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned. This is one of the unique shows that we're going to talk about Christmas and healing. And we're going right now, I got you on castor oil, okay? And I've got it in what it was used for. And then one of the things I think is really cool is that, we have skin and we put things in contact with our skin. Mine, working outdoors, have gotten rough. It's kind of like sandpaper, so to speak. But let me tell you something that I am doing. All these rubber gloves they want you to wear because of what we're dealing in called pandemic. I love castor oil. I love grapeseed oil. And what I'm doing, I will take and put grapeseed oil in my hand. I will rub it. And it doesn't seem to want to, it's tacky. So immediately after just saturating my hands in grapeseed oil, that I take and put a plastic glove over my hand. And I just go about my business with the plastic glove. And in about an hour or so, I really got no set timer going off, I will take those rubber gloves off. And my hands at that moment are as smooth as a newborn baby's butt. Cool. And I love it. It takes away that harshness. Shaking somebody's hand, which we don't have to worry about it now because we do. Elbow bump. But what it does, the plastic glove on my hand over the grapeseed oil causes it, from the warmth, to penetrate into my skin and give me a positive result for using it. Now, by using the castor oil pack, and look at what I've got here for you. See this? Isn't this cool? This is absolutely just phenomenal information. All right, that's the reflexology chart. Now, look over here. This is a reflexology chart for the hand. This is for the feet. And if you will look at all of these things that are here, and what that energy, when the reflexologist uses whatever ingredient that they have made up in their special concoction, maybe, or maybe they just used a simple oil. You can ask. But the point I am in the process of making is this. You can change the inside of your body by working on the outside. You can take and touch every organ in your body through reflexology. And over here just tells you, it just names the big toe, pineal gland, pituitary gland, the thyroid, adrenals, the pancreas, the gallbladder, the foot, the shoulder. Each one of those things has a unique point in reflexology that changes your life and your health, because it is taking that oil, that energy, that love. A reflexology who's worth their weight in salt or anything else, they make sure that they put into their working on your foot, hand, ear, They put love, folks. They put love. Now, I got to throw this in because it fits. What is Christmas all about? Christ Mass. Celebration of Christmas is Christ. And what did Christ do? He came and took away from you and me all of our uncleanliness and just figured out how to get rid of it. And that's what I do by using my herbs. That's what I use my grapeseed oil for. That's what I use for getting a foot massage, a reflexology, reflexology. It's more than a massage. It is the way to go. Okay. All right. Where was I at? Isn't this fantastic? This is so good to know that we can pull these things together. And we can do something, another silly thing, right? Good stocking stuffers. But what about something as simple as a ear candle? And what you do, you can relax, unwind, and enjoy. It's your moment to help body detox. Relax. It's just another method of getting in tune with where we live. And the residence is our body. Oh, yes, sirree, and yes, ma'am. Good stuff. All right. You know, what I am sharing and the reason for Remedy This Naturally, 1140 Bimini Road, it is a way of introducing people into God's healing, into God's mercy, into Christ Mass, celebration of Christ. Health is balance of all aspects. I keep repeating it, folks. Physical, mental, social, and spiritual. Health is a balance. If we're unbalanced, imbalanced, and right now, folks, we got so many people unbalanced that we've got to find out what it's going to take, first of all, to get rid of the stuff that's causing the problem. Okay, let me go jump over here a minute, because we got to do it. And because of Christ's Mass, we have a promise, and I just do it at your leisure, please. Get by yourself quietly. Or if there's somebody you love and want to build up the spiritual aspect of your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit, and your social being, because people, we interact with one another. But if you want to do that, I'm going to just tell you to write out Psalm 91. Write it out and put it in a place where you go in and out of a room, in and out of the house, in and out of wherever it may be. Put it where it will make you think Psalm 91. And you will get the idea. If you and I are dwelling in a special place, it's kind of like a secret place. It's our go-to spot. And as Christ came into the world, lived it, and then sacrificed all of his love for us, and then he ascended into heaven. Get this part, folks, get this part. That if we at this present time now, we have already said, I accept Christ, I accept the Mass, and of what's going on, I accept it. And I'm not talking about the mask that goes over the face. But we are in a secret place because we have gotten above what we can identify with. And we've gone into a special place that is between us and our manufacturer. And we've gone into a different dimension. We've gone into higher, and it's the heavenlies. And in that spot, we will be in the presence of the Almighty. Can't say it no better now. It actually is paraphrasing what I just did. The first verse of Psalm 91, he or she or you that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And we will not be susceptible to the crap that's around about us trying to rob, steal, and destroy from us. And when that happens, and the little baby Jesus growing, becoming, and made it possible for us to understand how things are put together and they grow, they build, and they become. But the second verse, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my strength. My God, in him will I trust. Now, fear, we have things like homeopathic. We have things that help bring you back, like arnica, and I've got some topicin, pain relief cream. Well, in this cream right here is homeopathy. Oh, by the way, the book that I've been talking about for the last 3 weeks, the one that deals with the aromatherapy, you're just going to have to put your name on the list. If you want it, just call to the store and let one of them there know that you want to be on the list for the book, that has to do with aromatherapy for us individually. Folks have got caught on. Folks have understood and say, wait a minute, Claiborne, you've been sharing this information with us, and now all of a sudden, I'm going to try, and it's nearly neat how many people are getting a starter kit. Like, put your peppermint oil in there and get your arnica, get you different things that you can use for around the house. Carry with you. Have one in your car. Have one at work. If you get a headache, what do you take? Most people just go get another cup of coffee because they've exhausted and they've got to help put some caffeine back in there to boost it, but there's something else missing as well. All right. Health is balance of all aspects of your being, physical, mental, social, and spiritual. That is kind of cool. Cool. When it comes to balancing your own health, you always let someone else do it. Sink in now. When it comes to balancing your own health, you always let somebody else do it. You can manage and balance your own household. You do fine in your own business. You manage and balance your environment. And you balance your checkbook. But when it comes to balancing your health, you quit. Balancing your own health, you quit. Why? Why do we quit? Because you shy away from the work it takes to balance your body's chemistry. When it comes to your own thinking and emotions, you quit and go to a psychiatrist, a counselor, your minister, your friends. Some people go to palm readers, card readers, tea leaf reader, or crystal ball gazing, when you yourself could do a much better job. I'm putting it back in your lap. And I'm saying there's a place that is available at Remedy This Naturally to help you be able to become your own expert in your own health. Of course, you need tools to do this. And what about which book you want? I did bring with me another book here that can't go bad with. Okay, Back to Eat, folks. Powerful book by Jethro Klaus. Powerful. And it says, The Classic Guide to Herbal Therapy. The original international bestseller, over 5 million copies sold. And this is a revised one, original material intact, updated and clarified, old terms explained and natural brought up to date. You got over 300 pages in this book, reorganized topics, previously scattered throughout the book, now collected, rearranged, and easy to reference. Many new, helpful illustrations and tables. And there's some more up-to-date photos of Jethro and the family. Jethro Klaus was an herbalist, a food scientist, an inventor, a lecturer, a writer, a teacher, most widely known advocate of cooperation with nature's healing sources. He did what the American Indian did. Got in tune with the sources that God put in the plants that originally came about because of the Garden of Eden. And it just broke out of its boundaries and put it all over the world for you and I to have health and have life more abundantly, which, hey, remember this, folks? Life abundantly. I've said enough about this that if you don't have your copy, just go down and get you one from Remedy This Naturally. Okay? Kind of cool. Very much so. You manage and balance your environment, balance your checkbook, you balance your household, you balance your vehicles, you balance your, Why have we not done the others? Because you shy away from work it takes to balance your body's chemistry. When it comes to your own thinking and emotions, you quit. And what do we do? What do we do? Very simple. We find to talk about a psychiatrist, a counselor, your minister, your friend, people that use other means of, taking crystal ball, whatever it may be. I believe education should be one that teaches us to learn about ourselves, to learn about our health, to learn about our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. And you need tools, you need books, you need people. And what I'm sharing with you today, what I've shared with you in the past, what I will share with you in the future, that you have the tools to be able to make it work. The daring, the challenge is yours. The work is yours. The determination is yours. But remember this, but God is with those who help themselves, and the Lord is with you. You know, we've talked about the fundamental reasons people get sick. We've shared with you on those of what can cause illness and spiritual and emotional realm, and what can happen in the physical realm. You know, they kind of get interwoven together. They kind of piggyback on one, causing a negative in the other as well. They're interwoven, and one has to diligently, it has to be a determination on your part, undo the many knots one by one to bring back balance. Balance is the key word of nature. Balance is the key word of health. And I'm going to take at this moment, I'm going to just take and give some praise where praise is due. Because it is so important that you who are of the female sex, the woman, continue to take and hold on and be the one that are the leaders in what I'm talking to you about. You know, as long as mankind has been around, has existed, it was the woman who placed a patch of herbs on her soldier's shoulder. You know, they realized that they could do something to help with the wounds. They could be the nurse to keep the guys going back into battle. That's the way it used to be. It was the woman with the basket of food and liniments who eased the sores and suffering made by men. It was the woman who entered the prisons, the schools, and hospitals, regardless of what people thought and said, to ease the pressures of mankind's society for the less fortunate. Honor to you women. Honor to you, making sure that you and your families and your loved ones and your distant relatives were taken care of. Women have been and always will be healers. And I'm going to say this, women are natural born healers. And for you that are listening to my broadcast, it's going to reach out to the women usually first. They hold the crying child and soothe their needs. Now, what is that? When a woman takes and holds a crying child and she looks for the needs that are going there and why they're crying, that's a psychiatrist. You women are psychiatrists. Wasn't a college degree. It was a God heart-ordained degree. Women, they dug out the thorn from the finger. You know, Dolly Parton talks about her mama who made the coat of many collars for her, was also used that same needle to sew back on damaged body that got like she was about to lose her toe. It was God. Woman became the surgeon. You know, they eased the fever, putting compresses, taking a nice, cool heat off the forehead. Yeah, what is that? Internist. They dressed the wounds and bathed their beloved ones in herbs. Women, herbalists. That's what herbalists do. They dressed the sores and bathed their loved ones in herbs. And another factor, folks, women dry their tears, Stump your toe, kiss your thumb. Mama's right there to help you with your tears. What are ministers for except to help you with your tears? Your heart's broken. I want you to know that mothers and women practice medicine without a license every day of their lives to help their fellow men, their families, and their friends. This is a woman's right. This is a woman's concern. Who can take it away? Man has tried and failed. They will try again and again and will fail as long as you stand on your womanly right and don't go over the fence to seek the men's rights. They are all labeled classical, chemical, or mechanics. That's what it's all about. Giving yourself the gift of God and knowing that you, and I'm going to share that again before we leave the air today, because women in healing, yeah, that's a men that do it, but no, we men folks, come on, get real. We don't have the heart a woman has, because God gave her that to help be a help meet or mate. Okay? I will come back and we'll tear that before we sign off the air today about my tribute to the woman. And I got to get to all this stuff on my table here. I'm going to take the honey and move it over here a little bit, keep my book so I know how to get back to it. Physical, spiritual, social, mental. We got to have it together, folks. Got to have it together. I want to talk to you about something special. This right here. This is something we used to have. For whatever reason, it disappeared off the market. And now we've got it back. These are what are called chi, foot patches. What it does, it detoxes the body while you sleep. Improves your energy, eases your joint and your muscle pain. Now, remember we were talking a while ago. Talked about foot reflexology. Mineral Chi does this reflexology, and the Chi foot patches are what you just call a unique and innovative way to rid the body of accumulated toxins. And it's very simple, non-invasive technique. The Chi patches have been created to improve energy, ease joint and muscle pain, and promote better sleep. Our foot patches contain purified extracts of various wood, vinegar, and carefully selected herbs to aid the detoxification process. In addition, there's in here powdered tourmaline crystal has been added for far infrared and negative ion emissions, as these are known to promote better sleep. All right, I'm gonna go back over that last sentence. In addition, powdered tourmaline crystals have been added for far infrared and negative low emissions, as these are known to promote better sleep. Chi foot patches are simply applied to the indicated energy points either on the soles of the feet or appropriate parts of the body. The patches are left in place for 8 to 10 hours. After removal, it becomes apparent how effective the patches are by eliminating toxins, as the patches change from a dry, yellowish, white powder to a damp, brownish gray. And a detailed illustrated instruction sheet is included with each package. Sheet packages. What's recommended is do this 5 days on, 2 days off for 4 weeks. Give it a chance. Okay? And let it do while you sleep. Instructions are in it. But I'm challenging you to check out, and these are stocking stuffers if you want to be kind to somebody and share that with them. You know, what am I talking about stocking stuffers? I'm talking about the chi pads, okay? That's one way to go, all right? We talked about the air candles are the perfect way to bring you to a sense of calm after a stressful day and pamper yourself in a special treat, okay? The other thing, sweetener. This is xylitol plus. And what it does, it combines the natural sweetness of xylitol with a better stevia 0-calorie herbal sweetener to create the perfect alternative to table sugar and artificial sweeteners. With 0 calories, a low glycemic impact, and a delicious, clean, sweet taste, Xylitol Plus is ideal for low-calorie and keto diets. Xylitol is a natural sweetener known as a sugar alcohol, and ours is derived from the non-GMO corn. Unlike sugar, xylitol doesn't promote tooth decay. Its low glycemic impact is due to its slow absorption in the digestive tract, making xylitol a ketogenic, people on the keto diet, okay? Low-friendly sweetener that's hard to beat. Good stocking stuffer. Okay. What else you got? Well, this here is pure Castile soap from Dr. Bronner, and this happens to be a hip citrus, and you'll notice this is a small bottle, about 3 inches tall, over an inch wide, and could go in the stock. It's a way to try it and see how well it works. See if it's what you want to do. The other thing is goats. This one I got open, checked it out. This is fresh Canadian goat milk, and it's just feel the softness and the tenderness of the soap. No, this is not going back to the store. This is one Claiborne has that he uses, and the brand is Nature, and you'll notice that this one has lavender oil in it with goat milk. So it tells you all about it. And it says, since 1998, the Canis Laboratory has developed a proven technique that transfers the benefits of fresh goat milk to its various product lines. So it's there available for you to use. And goat's milk is traditionally recognized for containing moisturizing fatty acids, vitamin A and vitamin B3, potassium, zinc, and selenium. Okay, just letting you know. Stocking stuffer. And that's just another way to get nice hands feeling good there. We talked about the homeopathic things that can use, and check it out. Uses are rapid soothing relief of pain, stiffness, tingling and burning, nerve pain associated with arthritis and other joint pain and discomfort, carpal tunnel syndrome, other types of pains in muscles, cramps in the back, neck, shoulders, legs, hands, and feet, repetitive motion injuries, bursitis, tendinitis, sciatica, first aid for simple traumas, bruises, and sprains. Okay? That's another one of Claiborne's one here, because that one's been about used up. That's right. And we talked about you can get the castor oil, and we have a special castor oil that you need to check when you come on this about this here. All right. That's my notes to bring you up. Oh. It's just a little bitty thing right here. This happens to be strawberry jam, and we've got some elderberry. Yes, I love it. I don't even worry about buying the sample pack of elderberry. I want the jar full of elderberry. It's powerful, okay? Oh, first line of defense. Very first line of defense. Silver. What does it say on the back? Adults, 1 teaspoon up to 3 times daily. Children, 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon once daily. And there's a warning on here. If you are pregnant, nursing, have any allergenic reaction to trace minerals, or you have any chronic or recurring symptoms or illnesses, please consult a healthcare professional before using this product. But this is something that healing. The best thing to do on this right here is to take some time, go in and type in the one or more of the following patents. There's actually 3 of them on this particular bottle, and it's silver water dispersion. And get comfortable with taking care of your own body. Get comfortable in making sure you get what you need. Amish folks, they have their own self-remedies. They self-medicate because that's what they've done all these years, and they're holding on to all those recipes. Well, this is a deep penetrating pain relief ornament. It's for arthritis, cold, sore throats, restless legs, aching joints. And then you can go in and check all the different oils and things out. Good stocking stuffer as well, our medicine cabinet. Now, most of us do not have enough hydrochloric acid, especially after we've had some birthdays, and the younger generation are drinking too much liquid with their meals. Don't take time to chew it 25 times per mouthful. And what's happening is it's causing inflammation in the pancreatic area, and we need to be able to give the body some hydrochloric acid, especially if you're eating protein. Got a couple bottles of these sitting on the counter there that are reduced for people who want to enjoy their Christmas feast, okay? Got to make sure you can break it down and the body can utilize it, okay? Osteocilion right here, non-drowsy, no drug interaction, works naturally with the body. It's a homeopathic medicine. Body aches, headaches, fever, chills, and fatigue. If you hadn't recognized that, flu-like symptoms. And it works tremendously with homeopathic. The other we talked about a little bit was the Go Out, and has the herbs in here that are celery seed, tart cherry, bromelain, turmeric, black cherry, potassium, and fruit extracts in here. And if you're having some inflammation, and this is to help with Go Out. Go Out. Put the two together, I guess you could spell gout. Now, can't get Greens. We're in the wintertime, right? I know we have a great thing in the marketing system of our grocery stores and stuff, but if you've never tried sprouts, inexpensive way, we have the jars and we have the sprouting seeds for you to be able to use there. Don't forget, back to eating book, and if you want your life to be abundant, life abundantly, all of those come into existence. I pray, and I'm just going to have to cut this one short. I think I got 1 minute. As long as mankind's had existed, it was the woman who placed the patch of herbs on the soldier's arms. It was the woman with the basket of food and liniments who eased the sores and suffering made by men. It was the woman who entered the prisons, the schools, and the hospitals, regardless of what people thought and said, to ease the pressures in the man-made society of less fortune. Women were always healers, naturally born healers. They hold the crying child and soothe his needs, psychiatrists. They dig out the thorn from the finger, a surgeon. They ease the fever, internist. They dress the sores and bathe their beloved ones in herbs, herbalist. They dry the tears, a minister. They practice medicine without a license every day for their lives to help their fellow men, their families, and their friends. This is a woman's right. This is a woman's concern. Who can take it away? Men have tried and failed. They will try again and again and will fail as long as you stand on your womanly right and don't go over the fence to seek the men's right, which are labeled classical, chemical, and mechanical. God bless. We love you guys. Don't forget, Christmas is here. And we love you. You're special. And let's take and go and get back to God's pharmacy. I'm your host, Claiborne Holtzman. Merry Christmas.